And we were all rejoicing. Hey, thank God. But some people were angry. Those who were making money from importing petrol. And they decided, okay, we will create a problem. And all of a sudden, naira began to go down fast. I cried to my people, let us pray. Thank God some people joined me in praying. Because the way naira was going then, if God has not intervened, by now $1 would be about 10,000 naira. But God stepped in. And then just to show you that we need prayers. And you know this has nothing to do with politics. I'm not a politician. I will never be one. That's not my calling. God raised up somebody who said he will build a refinery on his own. He did. And if all the government homes are not working, at least his own will work. And all of a sudden we heard that for his refinery, he has to import crude oil from America. We will take crude oil to America, and this man will go and bring it back. Because some people said they will not give him crude oil. Some of us prayed, we cried to God. God intervened. They said, okay, we'll give him crude oil. But we will decide how much he will sell.
Okay, so at this point, before I say anything, I need to apologize to a certain friend of mine. His name is Samuel. I had argued with him a couple of weeks ago that Papa Adeboye's current challenge is about old age and nothing more. We argued, we had back and forth. It was heavy argument. And then I told him it was old age. The man is aging, and so as such, he may not have definite grasp of a lot of things. He argued that there's so much of hypocrisy and all that, but I need to apologize to him. While I do not agree 100% that this is about hypocrisy, I'll come back to that. I apologize clearly for that. However, all of you on this space need to apologize to me. When I made a video and said that the reason why I cannot take Papa Adeboye's diagnosis of Nigeria having a spiritual problem is because he's supposed to be the spiritual father of the country. And by semantics, understanding basic things, the biggest pastors in this country, apart from Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, all of them either submit to Papa Adeboye or submit to people that submit to Papa Adeboye. So, and then he proved that here by saying that a few persons joined him to pray when he requested to pray. That could be from a spiritual authority. He used his office as spiritual father of the country to have asked people to pray, and he said a few persons pray, and that's how the growth or the scavenging, ravaging raise of the naira to hit 10,000 against $1 stopped. Now back to the diagnosis. I think number one, the basic problem that Papa Adeboye has, with due respect to him, somebody that I enormously respect, saying that out of my mouth already is heavy, but no insult, man. Is the fact that Papa Adeboye is being guided by a lot of people who are hypocrites. I could exonerate him, I think, but you could know that at this moment, Papa Adeboye would not have access to news all the time. He's not going to be in front of the television. He's not good. So he's trusting a few persons to guide him on, or prompt him, or no more prompt, educate him, inform him, so to speak. I think that's the best word. The people that speak to him with a very hypocritical mindset. The lenses actually they are using to look at news and then communicate to him is from an hypocrite position. They are likely going to be focusing more on protecting the agenda of the Yoruba nation and the Yoruba president than anything else. I could see that, because There were certain things he said. Now, I'm not going to dwell more on the efficacy of prayer to stopping some of these economical problems he cited. However, I listened to him on two instances in this particular video. First, when he spoke about we do not have a refinery that is working, somebody now agreed. At that point, somebody of Papa Adeboye's status, and Papa Adeboye we knew during Goodluck Jonathan's government, would not just accept that and move on. He would have queried. And I keep wondering why. At that point, that's the point. He would have said at that point, I wonder why we do not have a refinery. He could query the government at that point. And I'm being sincere. Everybody with a nationalistic mindset would bother that why we celebrate Dangote refinery coming to place. And as you were giving that statement, say, I particularly also have a problem why we don't have a refinery. Now, two, he also went on to, in further analysis, to analyze the fact that the naira, blah, blah, blah. I also think there was a point Papa Adeboye would have also said, government needs to do better to ensure that there is stability. Because why is diagnosing Nigerian problem to be spiritual and the solution being prayer? There are basic economic mathematics, micro, macro, understanding about monetary policies. There are basic infrastructures. There are basic amenities. There are basic steps, appointment, disappointment, right? Deregulation, sack, urgent policies, replanning, redrawing that could help to solve the problem. Leaving all of government's exigencies and challenges to focus more on just solution that the prayer could provide is somewhat of what you could know that somebody is being teleguided by the worst of people. If you have any chance to speak with Adeboye, let him sack the people speaking to him. I am doing this out of my understanding of the fact that Papa Adeboye I knew years ago that was on the street protesting against Goodluck Jonathan's government, especially with this same fuel subsidy now, would not be in this position and not has anything changed. In fact, prior to the 2015 elections, the Redeemed Christian Church of God created, I may not get the name correctly, but created a political department, the political sensitization department, because to them it became necessary that Christians and members of the Redeemed Church were involved actively in political dispensation of processes and getting involved, so to speak. So I don't want to believe that there is a challenge. I don't want to believe that he's being tribal. I think they are the people around him. Now, call me a coward or anything. I'm giving him benefit of doubt. I will wait for further proof to show him that this is a challenge with him. So the people around Papa Adeboye is trying heavily. They just like doing Okupe said a couple of days ago on Channels TV. There is a new resolve to protecting the image of Bola Tinubu as a Yoruba, in his words, the apple of Yoruba eyes. I don't want to believe that Papa Adeboye will be in that league, but I think the people around him are in that league. So, and those are the people that privilege are supposed to be communicated to him, breaking down the issues, telling him because he seems to be well informed. Listening to him, you know that this one is not somebody that is a pushover. He's a beer parlor. He's well informed. However, his commentaries, his disposition, the courage of that information further, and the understanding he has of it is polluted. That's the best way I can say it. And it's unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. I'll catch you another time.